Hello. Um, my name is Pauline. Um, you can find me on Facebook or Instagram as Pauline Tikva. Um, Pauline. Tikva is Tikvah. And also, I have a Facebook page called Hope Sponsored with Wine. For you who don't know, Tikva, my Hebrew name, means hope. So I am making this short video because I want to tell you about the Hope Project, or the Hope Foundation. I think I'm going to stick with the Hope Project. But long story short, I am an overcomer of sexual and physical abuse. And I am just now starting to share my story. I am almost 33 years old, and my friends from middle school and high school had no idea the unfortunate events that I went through. But basically, I got help, free help. When I first looked into getting help for my anxiety and PTSD, it was really expensive. I think it was $2,500 for 8 sessions or something, 16 sessions. It was something crazy. I didn't have the money. I didn't have insurance. But at the time, I was 29 years old. And I'm it's my anxiety, my depression, the coping mechanisms that I was once using wasn't working anymore. I couldn't talk to people. I didn't want to leave the house. All the coping mechanisms that you try to use to block all the bad memories, it comes to a point where they just stop working. So that's what happened to me. And then, so I didn't have $2,500. And, so I joined the Navy. And I wasn't in the Navy very long. My knees got injured. But while I was in the Navy, I had just really bad triggers, horrible triggers, to the point where my CO basically ordered me to go see, to get counseling. I mean, I was having nightmares and just daydreams, day nightmares about being raped and, just... Anyway, that's neither here nor there. My journeys, when I was in the Navy, I started getting help. And then when I was medically discharged from the Navy because my knees were injured, my therapist from the Navy referred me to the Zacharias Center in Skokie, Illinois. And the Zacharias Center had a very, very long waiting list, but their services were free. So there's an option to be under a long waiting list for, a longer term therapy sessions, or there's an option to get in quickly, but the only thing is you would only get 5 quick sessions just to help you with immediate coping skills. And then, when you do come up on the list to get the more lengthier therapy sessions for X amount of months or whatever, then you would just come up. So I was just you know what? I need help now. I can't concentrate. I can't think. It's inhibiting me. So I'll just get my 5 short coping mechanism ones, and then, I'll just be put on a waiting list. But in the interim, I was for 5 weeks. But at the end of the 5 weeks, I moved out to West Seattle. And my therapist from the Zacharias Center in Skokie gave me a list of resource centers around the Seattle area. And some of them had a really long waiting list. Some of them cost money. Some of them were based on income. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any income. And then, Baruch Hashem, thank God, I was able to get into Kings County Sexual Assault Resource Center, and they actually wanted to charge a minimum fee, but I told them my story, look, I'm coming from Skokie, I don't have a job yet, I'm a vet, I, you know, I was like, I don't, can you help me, basically? And they talked to some people, weighed some things. So now I've been going there for over a year. And it was supposed to be for 12 sessions, but I've been there for over a year. So that's like 50 sessions plus by now, because they really care about helping people get to where they need to be. And that's what the Hope Project is about. The Hope Project is, I want to raise awareness as well as funds for, resource centers like that, because, they can only do so many free sessions. I mean, they have employees to pay, the electricity bill to pay. I mean, they have bills and obligations to pay also, so it's not like they can just take in everybody and give everybody free sessions. I was one of the lucky ones. But I don't want anybody to think that they can't get the help they need because they don't have the money or insurance to get that help. When I first looked at it when I was 29, I was like, well, so much for that idea. I don't got $2,500. So whatever, I'll just keep doing with it. And then, Hashem had other plans. I was in the Navy, and it just got to the point where God's like, you're going to deal with this now. And I had been dealing with it ever since. And, so for the last, almost 2 years, I am a much stronger person. I am stronger. I'm braver. I don't get nearly as overwhelmed as I used to. Things don't freak me out. I don't have, nightmares like I used to. Like, I'm a freer person. I am like finally accepting myself, and I know I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for those free resource centers that I was able to get kind of fall into. So the Hope Project ties in with my wine tasting club, and you can click below this video. There's 2 links. One link that explains our wine tasting club, and then the other link is the link to my site, because the reason my Facebook page is called Hope Sponsored with Wine is because a certain amount of proceeds from the wine club, from customers or business partners or what have you, go to the Hope Project, which is raising funds for the resource centers, the resource centers that help people overcome sexual abuse, physical abuse, sexual assault. Like, we need more resource centers like that, and we need more funding for them, because there's too many people. There are way too many people, and it's sad, but it's true. But there's way too many people, such as myself, who needed the help, who couldn't get the help because they didn't have insurance, they didn't have money, or they just didn't know where to go. And I don't want that to be the case for anybody. Like, if somebody needs help, I want them to know that there is a resource center that they can go to, and that the funds from the Hope Project can go to cover their sessions, or just designated centers like that around the country will get X amount of funds, so they can give X amount of free sessions to people who need it, who can't afford to pay for it. So again, this is my passion is now that I'm still going to therapy, and I'm almost to the point where I don't have to go anymore for this particular thing, and it's just been such a blessing to me, and I am just so free. And again, I just can't emphasize enough that I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't have access to those resources. So again, I am the Hope Project. It's Hope Sponsored with Wine, and the videos below explain our wine club, and it explains it as a customer or as a rep. Either way, whether you're a customer or a rep, you can get this premium, awesome tasting wine from around the world for absolutely free. And but yes, the proceeds go to a good cause, and you can always email me My email is PYB, so Papa Yankee Bravo, PYB 901 at gmail.com, or reach out to me on Facebook, Pauline Tikva, or Instagram, Pauline_Tikva. And yeah, the links are below, so check it out, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. And please do share this video with everybody, because wine's our vehicle, but it's it's our hope, and it's the cause that are building the highways to brighter futures for tomorrow, for people who think they're out of hope. When we have hope, we have hope and help for them. So thank you so much for tuning in, and yes, I look forward to welcoming you to the Hope Project and to our wine tasting club, and that would be that. Have a great day.